All right, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the Late Night Shots Podcast, episode 83. We got a special guest for you guys today. Number one overall 220-pounder in the country, Nick Feldman. So what's up, man?
Hey, guy, how you doing?
I'm doing good. What about yourself?
I'm good, man. I'm good.
All right, let's jump right into it. So if you guys watched the past two episodes, which I know they got a lot of views for some reason, but we did one with Noah Pettigrew and Christian Carroll. So two of the top guys in the countries. One's at 195, Christian Carroll. Then Noah Pettigrew, I think, is ranked right behind you at 220. You know, obviously, I think we all knew Noah was going to say he wanted to wrestle you. Now, Christian Carroll is kind of interesting. I thought he was going to say Tate, but, he said to you. So, we'll see how that goes. If it ever does go down, I'm pretty sure a match between you and Noah will go down. They're probably going to have you at who's number one again. So, yeah.
I hope so. Yeah.
We'll see. So, I think you should just go heavyweight and just take on Jimmy at who's number one.
Yeah, I might have to. Obviously, wrestling Pettigrew and Carroll would be fun. Those guys are great. But, challenge myself against those bigger guys. I think that'd be something interesting.
Yeah, because I remember, dude, it's like the thing is, you're never going to be ranked number one pound for pound just for the sole fact that you're 220.
Mm-hmm.
That's like the main thing. Because I remember the one video that Flo posted of you where you hit like this Granby to like something.
Oh, yeah.
I don't even remember what it was. Yeah, and I was just like, damn, dude. Because, I think somebody who's like the weird words to describe, you're like a mix between like kind of like a Kyle Snyder and a Gable Steveson. Like, I don't know how to explain it.
Well, that's a pretty big compliment, Those guys are pretty good.
We'll go with that for now. Yeah. But I mean, yeah. We can just start this off. So, I think I always knew about you, but like I first watched you wrestle like at a big tournament who's number one, where, if you look at all these performances, you had Dean Peterson beating whatever his name was, and you had Drake Ayala beating Richie Figueroa, which probably went down as the biggest upset. But if you look at best performances, you put up a major on Kyle Haas, I think it was. That was probably one of the the craziest things, right? With all that went down too, you had Chase Horn beating Keontae Hamilton, which I don't think anybody expected there either. So
I did. I called that one.
You did? No, man.
Yeah.
I remember I saw the picture you guys took. But, yeah. I remember during the Keontae podcast, because I talked to both of them before this match, he was like, what'd you have the score be? I was like 8-3 or something like that. And then Chase just kind of like handled him. I was like, it was something else, just like the whole weight class. And then Jimmy ends up pinning Chase at like the Nindy Lion card. It was just like something else, right? But before we get into like talking about your wrestling career, just run through it real quick. You wrestle at Malvern Prep, which is, I'm pretty sure, one of the better prep schools in Pennsylvania. How does having a practice partner like Colton Deary, probably one of the best heavyweights in the country too? You rarely see that, right? Because you have a 220 and a heavyweight, you're both ranked top 5 in the country. So you don't really have to go anywhere else if you don't really want to. So how's that impacted your training and really helped you get to the level you are?
Yeah, so Cole came into Malvern last year, was his first year, my sophomore year, and we started training away. We started training together right away, and it was awesome. Like, he's a big heavyweight, so it's good to get that feel. And I think he's helped me so much. Like, I wouldn't be where I was without him.
Yeah, I think he was a senior this year, right? Or is he a junior too?
He reclassed. He's a junior this year. Yeah, he's my grade now.
All right, yeah, that makes sense. So you're pretty much stuck at 220 for the rest of high school.
Yeah, I think so. We will see what happens next year. You never know how much bigger I'll get, but
yeah.
So yeah, we'll see.
You're not cutting that much though for 220, right? Or if anything at all.
No, I'm not cutting anything. I walk around right about 220 and lifting, eating whatever I want. So I feel good.
Because I think if you looked at it, I'm pretty sure if Chase really wanted to, he could have made 220 last year. He just didn't feel like cutting weight.
Yeah, I mean, like, if you don't need to, why do it,
Yeah. Because I remember, I think it was only like 3 days ago at this point when I was talking to Noah. He was like, I'm walking around like 215, 216. But he's like, what, like 5'9" or something like that?
Yeah, man. So, like, if you feel good, like, there's no need to cut weight.
Yeah. So I think we can get right into it. We can talk about how'd you start wrestling? How'd you really get into it?
Yeah, so my dad wrestled at Virginia Tech. He was a heavyweight All-American there back in like the mid '90s, and we used to live down in Virginia Beach at like the Great Bridge area. And I went to the club there one time, and I was like, man, I love this. This is awesome. So I kept going, and my dad kept taking me. And then when I was in seventh grade, we moved to Pennsylvania, and then wrestling up here was a whole different level, so much tougher. And man, I just fell in love with it. Like I was always like begging to go to practice. I just wanted to just keep wrestling. It worked out well. It's been going well ever since.
So when you just started wrestling, did you see like instant success on the mat, or was it like a process from there?
No, I got my butt kicked a lot. It was ugly at the start. I'm not gonna lie. I would always go to the local tournaments. I'd do pretty well. Like usually plays top 4. And then I went to one like big national tournament. And I went like 0-10. It was terrible. And I was like, dang. I was like, I'm not as good as I thought I was. So
What do you think was, you know, as doing that? I know I've talked to a lot of guys. I think like maybe a couple of them said that they really had just success coming onto the mat, right? I think those guys are just like the raw athletes, right? I remember this was like back like episode 18 or something like that. We talked to Don Bradley, right?
mm-hmm.
And he was talking about how he was in Missouri, right? He was like a little bit before Jaden Cox's time. And he was just like running through kids there. Obviously they have a decent heavyweight class. And then we talked to guys like Jacob Casper, who placed like 4th in the country at heavyweight.
Mm-hmm.
He was talking about how he was like he didn't win a single match or something like the first couple years he wrestled. So what do you think is like what kept you working at this? Was it just like the love for the sport, or was it like something else?
Yeah, I mean, it was me loving the sport, and then my dad was like, "Hey, I mean, it's fun. Like, I mean, he was out there. He's like, I don't care, you win or lose, go out there and just wrestle your heart out, and no one's gonna care. Like, hey, there's no college coaches recruiting at youth tournaments. Like I was just like out there having fun on the mat, and I just liked it. It was just something I could do, and I enjoyed.
Yeah. So, you go to Malvern, right? So you can't compete at Pennsylvania States. Pretty sure.
No, we're prep school, yeah.
So have you wrestled Keka at all, or no?
Ryan or Hunter?
Hunter's the good one. Yeah, Hunter.
Hunter's the one at Virginia Tech now. Yeah. They used to come into the Malvern room a ton. Like they live like 25. I'm real good friends with Ryan now, so he comes in and trains a lot. But yeah, I worked out with him quite a bit.
I know Hunter had like a fantastic season too. He wasn't even the starter at the beginning, and then he ended up making the finals for the ACC. I think he won like a match or two, nationals too. But who else are the PA guys that are good? I know it's Nate Sean is the good one, and then there's Vance, and then that one freshman kid who pinned Vance. The whole tournament was like pretty weird just to watch, but
yeah.
It was. Have you wrestled either of them or no?
Yeah, I've just in the practice room. Never in a match. Mm-hmm. But yeah, they're good. Yeah, they're good dudes.
Yeah. So no, you talked about you tournaments. You really didn't win anything, but like you just kind of kept going at it. I'm assuming you wrestled in middle school. This is kind of where you start going to like these out-of-state tournaments if you're like really good. I'm assuming some of that stuff too. Like just just walk me through how it went. Like, yeah.
Yeah, so like I said, I moved to Pennsylvania when I was in 7th grade. I went to PGWs for the first time. I got 6th place, so like, I mean, okay, but like nothing great. And then I went to like NHSCA. I got 2nd. I went to those VAC holiday duels. I went like 5-5. So like, I mean, very like average wrestler. 8th grade PGWs. I got 2nd place. And 2nd place NHSCA's that year too. So I mean, like doing like decent, but not like excelling. It's like I said, middle school was still just a time where I was out there wrestling for fun. Like it wasn't like I was making a job or anything like that.
Yeah. So were you always like a bigger dude, or like did you like start off pretty small?
My freshman year, I was a 160 pounder, and then like 8th grade, I was like 45. So yeah, I was kind of middleweights. Then I went from 160 to 195 to 220.
Yeah, because I went to like your Instagram account just to like get pictures for thumbnails, and I was like, damn, this dude is small. And then I realized like the third picture back was from like 2019. And I was like, this dude's not a 220. And then I scrolled to the who's number one, and then it was like, all right, this dude's like, kind of jacked.
Yeah.
But
yeah.
Coming into high school, I'm pretty sure you're at Malvern at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So you went straight there. Did you reclass or anything before high school or not?
No, I was 17. I was a junior. I just came out as a freshman. No reclassing.
Okay, so you're 17 right now.
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Because I remember, like, I know like a lot of prep guys do this, and it's just like,
yeah.
Sometimes there's, you do it. Sometimes there's no point, right? Because I remember coming into my freshman year, I was 13. Going to my senior year, I was 16.
Yeah.
And it was just like,
yeah. So you're really young. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm in college right now. I just turned 18.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I mean, was there really a point, like, let's be honest, like, if I did reclass, I would have ran into Jimmy Mullen next year. If I did somehow make it that far. You just gotta cut your loss at some point. I'm in college right now. My team's talking about my school literally hates all of us, like the whole executive board, and they're about to cut like half our sports. And it's just like a whole mess. But, going into high school, you said you were 160. I'm assuming you started as a 160 on varsity. Okay, so did you end up qualifying for national preps? Do you have to qualify for national preps? Or?
Yeah, there's like a prep state tournament, it's not like a crazy hard tournament, and then it goes right to national preps. So yeah, I ended up getting 5th that year, prep my freshman year.
At states or nationals?
That national preps, I got 5th. I think I got 3rd at prep states.
Okay. Were there like any notable guys in that bracket or?
At national preps, TJ Stewart, he got 3rd, and then the Blair kid, his name was Dom Mata. He won that bracket. So, it was a decent bracket. Yeah.
Yeah, I remember that dude beat Shane Griffith too.
Yeah, he's tough. He's got a tough top rod.
Yeah. Dude, I'm assuming you've seen the Blair versus Bergen Catholic videos.
Yeah, I've seen quite a bit of those, yeah.
Some of those are like something else. I remember when AJ Ferrari just got to Bergen Catholic, like after leaving Blair like a couple weeks before, just comes out there and texts their kid.
Yeah, he's a dog. That's one guy I would love to wrestle, AJ Ferrari.
All right. I mean, if we're on that topic, there's 2 guys at 97 next year. Rex Namos, AJ Ferrari. Who you got winning?
I'm not a fan of AJ Ferrari. I don't like him, but I think he wins that match. He's a good wrestler.
You think he wins that?
Yeah, I do. I think he wins that, especially folk style. I think they're both hammers, but I think Ferrari's just got that year of college wrestling under him too. I think he takes that match.
All right, yeah, I know, dude. You got me like in a predicament. I don't know anymore. I know pretty much everybody I've talked to says Amos, but every time I post a poll about this, it goes like 90% Ferrari. So it's just like I don't even know anymore. Yeah, I got Amos and sudden victory though.
Him, but
yeah,
really.
I mean, I don't think that's awesome. Anything crazy, but like I think we all know Amos is probably much more of a technically sound wrestler, and it's going to come down to if Ferrari can find openings. So it's probably going to be a low-scoring match.
Yeah.
And, you have to consider Ferrari.
Yeah, I would agree.
Gigantic for 97.
Yeah, he is. Yeah. He's a freak.
Yeah. If Ferrari becomes a 5-timer, though, Gable's going to be so fucking mad.
Bro, we never hear the end of it if Ferrari's a 5-timer, dude. That was, oh, man.
It's like, everybody hates the kid, but he low-key, like, if you just look into it, like, he played all of us. Like, if you saw Ferrari and Gable on Nationals, like, just dabbing each other up in the whole picture. I remember I made, like, 5 or 6 memes in a row about that. They all got, like, 5,000 likes, too.
The man is definitely one of the better-known wrestlers out there, just for his, like, social media presence and everything.
The only thing I genuinely hate about him is the emojis and the captions. That's it.
He overdoes them. He overdoes them big time. It's too much.
Have you ever seen his lives?
No, I just don't ever want to tune into those things, man.
You have to hop into them. I remember. I feel so. See, if he sees this is done with my chance of having him on the podcast. But he was at a pool party, right? He walks up to a bunch of girls just over and over on live. He's like, "Yo, I'm on Instagram live. What's the snaps?" And then like 90% of them just reject him and say, "No, we don't want to talk to you."
The man is just. I just don't like him. I just don't. But
I was gonna ask, do you think Amos can get the world team spot next year? But I was just looking for videos to post, right? And I literally just picked up the one of Hancock pinning the Olympic champ. So that was kind of
yeah.
That one was kind of, it's crazy that the dude never placed at Worlds either.
Yeah, it is.
Like I genuinely don't know how to feel about that, but we're getting a little off topic. So let's go into your sophomore year. What weight class are you at now?
Sophomore, I was 195.
You went from 160 to 195 in a year.
Yeah, I did.
All right, so I'm pretty sure everybody wants to know this, but what are your weight room numbers?
I haven't hit a max in a good bit of time, but like the last max I hit I hit a power clean. I hit 315 for power cleans. That was like the last big number I hit. Mm-hmm. But yeah, that was like my favorite lift is doing cleans and snatches.
All right. I was about to ask what your max bench was, but hear me out. Is it over 315?
I think it's about 315.
Oh, okay, yeah. Dude, I can't power clean for shit. Like it's bad. Like I'm benching a solid like 360, but I can't power clean like more than like 195. Yeah. Like it's the weirdest thing.
Yeah, I love doing them.
Yeah. Who are the top 220s in the country right now? You got yourself, Noah. What's this dude's name? PJ Casal.
Gavin Nelson's up there now too.
Gavin
PJ
Nelson,
Casal, yeah, they're all
above him.
They're all up there.
Yeah. It's crazy. Everybody guesses up Cali wrestling, but they never have anybody in the top 20.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I'm just slandering everybody right now.
Yeah.
All right, but
yeah, they're good, but they're not like Pennsylvania, Ohio.
Yeah.
Good,
I mean, it's been like New Jersey and PA at the top. It's just dependent like on the year and talent. So
yeah, it's true. Yeah, Jersey's tough. It's all over here, man. California's got some tough guys. Yeah. They're not our level yet.
Yeah, I mean, the thing is like they got 3 times the schools. That's the thing.
Yeah.
Like, right. You look at PA, you have like over 100 nationally ranked kids every year. Same thing with Jersey.
Mm-hmm.
If you go relatively, California should have 300. But they barely produce like 20 or something. So
yeah, they're just Pennsylvania's still number 1.
I put up something on my story last night. Questions for you.
Yeah,
half of them are spammed from other top guys. Just some random shit. Jimmy said, "Would I be as good as you if I shaved my head?"
The answer is yes. Right, you would be.
I responded to that with a picture of the. I responded with a picture of the mayor from Lazy Town, but
yeah, I saw that.
Yeah,
I think that was a good picture. I like that.
Some dude said you look like a shark in that picture.
I'll take that.
All right, what do you think that you do that sets you apart from the competition at 220?
I mean, honestly, I think it's the partners and the coaches that I have is kind of what sets me ahead. Like having guys like Deary, Caden Rogers, Jack Waymire all in the room, and then our coaches are the best coaches around, and I think that's really what kind of sets Malvern apart as a whole.
I don't know if you can answer this, but when you wrestle Colton Deary, say if you put you two in just like a full high school match, what would the score be? Like who?
I don't know,
who's
man.
winning?
I think it would be a pretty good match.
Would you consider it a toss-up, or would you give him a favor?
I honestly couldn't tell you. It's pretty close.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's a pretty close one.
Because I'm pretty sure the only person in high school to beat Jimmy Mullen is Colton Deary.
Yeah, I think he was Escape the Rock last year. Beat him.
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, Cole's tough.
That's insane. The dude, like, his defense is just solid.
Yeah, he does real well for a big guy. He moves real well.
I remember we were all roasting Jimmy because he didn't pick bottom. Because the deal was like I would have picked bottom, just gotten out, and I'm like, you picked neutral, and you lost the match because of it. But it's whatever. So
yeah,
I'll save this
that
for
was
the
a good
end.
match.
My guy Eric, he's a 4-time All-American for Ohio State. Says, "Who's the best school? Why is it Ohio State? So technically, why'd you commit to Ohio State?
Yeah.
Wrong with that.
It was tough to choose that school, but like I just loved it out there. Like by the end of the process, when I was close to committing, I was like, I can't even picture myself anywhere else. I just felt this connection with the coaches, that kind of thing, and I was like, this is the place I want to be, and I had no doubt about it.
Was this the school like you always wanted to go to?
No, I mean, I knew Ohio State was real good. Obviously, I grew up watching them, but I never had any idea I would go there. Like it was kind of, we started off the process. I talked to them the first day, and I was like, I really like those guys, and it just grew and grew, and that's where I ended up going.
Was Kyle Snyder and Kirk there when you started looking into them, or was that like after?
This was after, yeah. Like I think I talked to Snyder on the phone like once or twice, and that was really cool. But that was about the only interaction I had with those guys.
Yeah. I mean, that's dope. Like, let's be honest. The whole thing is like, if you saw like the whole Jaden Cox thing, I'm gonna unleash the wrath of God on people. It's
I
like,
saw that.
Let's be honest. Like, he was fighting for a silver at best, but it's what it is. Sajulai is most likely could very well just tech everybody. And would anybody be surprised? Probably not. Yeah. It's like everybody who doesn't watch international wrestling is just giving Jaden Cox like a valid shot at Saji Live. And I'll be honest, I find it pretty funny, to be honest. But yeah. So we can talk about how you did your sophomore year. So you're at 195 now. How was like the transition moving up? Like
it was
like 3 weight classes.
Yeah, I felt good. Yeah, 3 or 4. Yeah, I mean, I felt good. I never felt small or anything like that. I always felt just as strong as everybody, just as fast as everybody. I think it helped being a lightweight year before. I had that, wrestling faster guys. But I mean, I did pretty well that year. So I mean, not like the best performance, but it was decent.
You're one of those guys who wakes up like 5 a.m. to go work out.
Yeah, I mean, I actually live about an hour from Malvern, so I'll get up like 5:30 in the morning to get the train to go to school. So I know all about that.
Are you on a train to go to school?
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, dude. You're not remote right now?
No. Well, now I guess now I'll drive out my license, but yeah, freshman sophomore year, it was train every day.
Oh, dude, that's rough.
They were early mornings.
Oh, dude, like I remember I texted you for the podcast because like most people are up at like 10:40. I don't like to like text people that late, and then you text me back at like 6:30 in the morning. I was like, no.
Yep.
Because I went to sleep at like 3 a.m. last night, and like I was up at 8:30 just for this.
Dude, I'm going to bed like 10 o'clock, waking up at like 6:30. That's kind of like me.
I mean, yeah, you gotta do what you gotta do. Like the whole college thing got me messed up because I set my first class like 11 o'clock, and like I never wake up before that. It's just like if I set my class to 8 a.m., I'd be up at 8 a.m. every day. But I didn't do that. So yeah, you didn't see like how was your performance compared to your freshman year? If you go into your sophomore year, did you see like a decline a little bit?
It was definitely better my sophomore year. I think I made the finals Ironman that year, and I didn't place the Ironman my freshman year. So that was definitely a pretty big improvement. I got beat up, but she made it pretty good. But, it's all good now.
Yeah. Where's he at? Is he at
Shoemate?
Yeah.
He's out in Ohio.
Is he not in college yet?
No, he's my grade.
Oh, okay. Yeah, half of these guys
are both going to Ohio State now.
Yeah. You ended up losing to that she made at Ironman. Did you go to anything else or?
Yeah, and then I won Beast the next weekend, and then I lost to Luke Stout at Powerade the weekend after that.
Who'd you beat at Beast, or was it like
I beat it was Peyton Kraft in the finals there.
Okay.
He's at like 170 now.
I think he's at no, it was weird. I remember Peyton Kraft was at 195 before.
Mm-hmm.
When you wrestled him last year. He the Anthony Ashno put on like the Mobbing Classic event or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he wrestled Peyton Kraft was at 182 and he wrestled Brian Soldano.
Yeah.
So basically what happened was Peyton Kraft shot in and had Soldano on his butt. Soldano grabbed like a front headlock and an underhook and literally just sat there for 30 seconds and just hipped him over and pinned him.
That's like Soldano's MO. That's all that kid does. I remember I wrestled him like 3 times in like 7th grade, and he did the same thing to me every single time, pinned me every time.
Dude, I don't know how he's that good. Like, there's something about him is just like scary.
I know. I remember in middle school, I was like, that's not gonna work in high school at the next level, and then he won Super 32, and it's working on everybody. like it's crazy.
Like he reminds me of like a Bo Nickel.
Yeah, just like that crazy style. Yeah.
And like he's so like nonchalant about it. He's just like he pinned the dude in the state finals like in the first period. And he just casually raises his hand and walks off the mat and just leaves.
Yeah, it's impressive. Like, I don't know how he does it to everybody.
Seem to care. Yeah. Like I just feel like a dumbass right now because I picked against him at States his sophomore year.
Yeah. Yeah. It doesn't make any sense how it works with everybody.
He majored the kid 9-0, and I'm just like,
I got it.
like I genuinely didn't know like how to feel about that.
Yeah. Yeah, he's
I think
tough.
like this makes me picking against Jimmy Mullen not seem so bad. Because I'm pretty sure everybody picked against Jimmy at this point, but
yeah,
it is what it is. So, did you wrestle your junior year, really? Or did you kind of have a half season?
We had like Powerade and like prep. We just had preps like last weekend actually. Mm-hmm. So like, and I got a lot of stuff going in the off season, but it was definitely less.
Yeah, you won preps, right?
I did, yeah.
I'm pretty sure you would have had to. But who'd you wrestle in the finals? Yeah. It's not Noah because he's out, right?
No, yeah, I would have loved to wrestle him. Yeah. No, it's kid named Gabe Fisher from Tennessee. I think he was a sophomore.
Oh yeah, no, I've seen him in the rankings. He's not bad, is he?
Mm-hmm. He's not bad. He's tough.
What was the score of that match?
I ended up pinning him in the 3rd period. So
all right.
It ended up, yeah.
Was it close before that, or was it just like kind of a procession?
It wasn't like a blowout before that. I don't remember the score honestly, but it was yeah.
Yeah. Did you ever go to Fargo or anything like that?
Yeah, I went to Fargo. Like the last time they had it, which was like 2019, and I got.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got 3rd in freestyle, and then I won it in Greco, which was a surprise to me. But
wasn't that freestyle bracket like super stacked that year too?
Yeah, it was not bad. It had Bennett Berge won it. He beat me in the semis close, and then won it in the finals. Yeah, I'll say he's the toughest guy in that bracket.
It might have been 82 then. I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure 82 was like John Poznansky, Abe Assad, Chris Foca.
Yeah, Junior 182. Yeah, that was a stack bracket.
Yeah. I remember watching that. I was like, Poznansky, if you ever watched me, you might have, maybe not in high school, but he literally teched and pinned everybody his senior season.
Yeah, he was a hammer. That's why he was All-American this year. It's good.
Yeah, like it's crazy. It's like Foca beat him every time they wrestled, and Foca's coming back next year too, hopefully. You could very well see Foca like being taking out Aaron Brooks or something like that.
Yeah.
It's like you have to find somewhere where it can go wrong for Penn State, but like you don't know yet.
Yeah.
It's just something different, man.
Yeah,
but
definitely.
Yeah, so your guy Colin Derry's committed to Maryland now, so.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know if he's going for like football or wrestling or just both?
I think right now he's planning on doing both. So and that's the last I heard.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, Maryland, the only good thing you're getting from there for wrestling wise is heavyweights. So I mean, do what you gotta do.
Yeah.
I think that was their Their last national qualifier was a 2-time All-American, I'm pretty sure.
Them. Yeah, they did not. They had a rough year this year. I mean, they did. Yeah.
It's like I feel bad too because like both of their heavyweights were walk-ons, so I'm pretty sure Deary's easily getting the spot too.
Yeah, he should. I mean, I just don't, they shouldn't be in the Big Ten. I don't think. I think that makes it a lot harder on them.
Yeah, no, I think they're moving. They might move back to the ACC.
I think that'd be a better bet for them.
You know, if there always has to be like the ass of the Big Ten, like you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because if it's not, then it comes like Michigan State or like Indiana or something.
Yeah.
It's like
right now it's definitely Maryland though.
Yeah, it just happened to be the fact like you throw Maryland against Iowa, like what result are you expecting?
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, exactly.
Like you just feel bad at a point, like to
yeah, it just gets ugly sometimes.
Because what was the one? Oh my god, I remember what Gable did to this Maryland heavyweight when he pinned him in 13 seconds.
Oh yeah, he pinned him in like 10 seconds. Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's Gable though. That man's a freak.
Dude, like imagine being a walk-on and having to wrestle Gable Stevenson in like your first ever match too.
I mean that's pretty it's pretty demasculating right there, honestly. Yeah, I mean just getting pinned by Gable Stevenson like that.
The worst part is it wasn't even like a real cement mixer. Like he held like the head and just casually just walked around him.
Yeah.
But
man, that's what he does to people.
But yeah, so you know you're up to 220 your junior year. Who's number one comes by? Are you ranked number one in the country before this, or were you like behind him?
I think I was number 2.
You were behind him. All right.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
I remember
he had a better resume than I did.
Do you remember who Peterson wrestled? Or?
Dean Peterson?
Yeah.
I think it was Jordan Titus. I'm pretty sure.
Jordan Titus. All right. Yeah. Yeah. I remember that's the one pick.
That was a good match. That was a fun one to watch. Yeah.
Dude, Dean Peterson gets like so much shit out of anybody. Just for like absolutely no reason. Yeah. Dude, he's funny as hell too. Like he like legitimately doesn't care. Like he was on the podcast too, I think like in the 30s. Somewhere like it was a while back. He was probably like one of the most chill dudes I talked to also. Like I'm pretty sure the dude was just sitting there just vibing.
Yeah. Yeah, I talked to him as number 1. He's a real nice guy.
Yeah. What was the one match? What do you think the craziest match there who's number 1 was? I know it's like kind of like a while back now.
Dude, it might have been Peterson versus Titus. That one was fun to watch.
What do you think about Drake Ayala versus Richie Figueroa?
The who's number 1 match?
Yeah.
That was a good one. That was not my pick. I lost that one too.
Yeah.
But I mean, Ayala came out there and he won that. I think more than anybody that night. He came out there to wrestle and he did it.
Dude, like I've never seen like high level matches like that. Because if you look at like Jersey matches, a lot of these guys like at lower weight classes, you know, look at Peterson. He doesn't wrestle like a super explosive match, right? He wrestles like a conservative match. You look at guys like some of these guys are all like super conservative wrestlers, but they're also like 4-time state finalists, 3-time state champs, doing all that.
Yeah,
we don't have guys like Drake Ayala, Richie Figueroa, and that just kind of makes the lighter weights like kind of boring. Because if I was looking at state finals last year, low key though, the highest pace may have just been wrestled by Jimmy Mullen, and that may be your problem.
Yeah.
So I genuinely don't know how to feel about that. Yeah. But I think that segues us into a good topic. So, you're number 1 in the country right now. You really don't need to call anybody out. Normally I do it. Around second half of the episode, I'll talk about if there's one guy you want to wrestle, who would it be? Because I remember they started doing this on the Rockfin cards. So I was like, all right. Noah Pettigrew called you out. Christian Carroll also called you out. So, I think we'll talk about you versus Noah first. So, you can just
I mean, he's obviously, a great wrestler. Like, there's no doubt about that. But I mean, I think our styles would be a lot of fun. I think I think it'd be a lot of high action, a lot of stuff going on. And I mean, I hope it happens. I think we'll both be at NHSCAs. So even if you don't hit, I might just grab them and say, let's wrestle, like why not? And I think that'd be so much fun.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's a consensus two in the country. I don't think Christian Carroll is ranked. Now I'm thinking about it. I'm pretty sure he lost like his freshman. Yeah, I was talking to him. He lost his freshman season to injury, and he lost his sophomore season off a transfer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's rough. I mean, I think we can assume though he's gonna kind of trash Indiana. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean he came out like blew everybody out of the water at Super 32 this year, and just came out and smoked everybody.
Yeah.
And we were on the same team at like the Ultimate Club duels, and he did real well there. So I think it'd be fun to wrestle him too.
He forward Braxton Amos. We'll take that for what it's worth. But
yeah, I mean not a lot of guys can do that.
Yeah, I don't think anybody. I think didn't Braxton Amos kind of handle Chase too at Iron Man or something?
Yeah, it was at Super 32 last year. He did.
Yeah, when you actually look through who Braxton Amos is beating in high school, it just makes his record even more impressive.
Yeah, and 3-time Ironman champ. I mean, that's not a lot of guys doing that.
It's like if you think about it, give Braxton Amos Gable in high school, like there's a very solid chance it could have happened.
Yeah, that would have been awesome.
Because he handled Kirkfleet when they wrestled.
Yeah.
Like he was so close to taking him. He beat Chase. I mean, Chase, was he that high tier of a guy at 220? Probably not. But then you just look at all the matches, like he was an undersized 220 also, and he was just like handling guys.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, you're probably one of the bigger 220 guys, but if you had to pick like one guy that you're kind of like at the higher level, obviously that you're trying to model your style behind, who would it be?
I mean, honestly, like if I had to pick one guy I was trying to like wrestle like, I would definitely be like a Snyder type athlete. That's a guy. But I've been watching a ton of like film of him and try to wrestle like him because he's just really good.
Yeah. Speaking of that, I think one of the things I skipped on the poll was you have the 2016 Snyder haircut.
Yeah, I mean, it's a good one. Keep it simple.
Dude, these are low key funny. Who was the most? No, this is a good one. What was the most competitive match you had at National Preps?
Preps this year? Probably my finals match, I would say.
Finals match? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think a bunch of guys have said they would give you the number one pound for pound ranking too, but I think we talked about this before we even started recording, right? If you bump up to wrestle Jimmy, who's number one wherever it is, if you win that match, I think number one pound for pound, they should just give it to you. If you lose the match, doesn't matter. Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah, just what would you be looking forward to in that match?
Ever wrestle Mullen?
Yeah.
Oh man, I mean, just the match in general. I think that would be just a lot of fun. That kid is good. Yeah. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, I've watched a lot of him wrestling. He's a hammer. I think that could be a real fun match too.
Yeah. Because what is it? It's only a 1 year difference. I just realized that.
Yeah.
And it's like, what is he? He's around 250. You're around 220 if you're not cutting or just not trying to lose anything. Yeah, I mean, I'm pretty sure you have the strength advantage, which is very interesting. But
yeah.
I think dude, this is definitely a match that Flo needs to put on.
I mean, I would be all over that. I would love that.
Yeah. Because, I love Noah and all, but, in my opinion, it's kind of like a wide margin. Just based on how Haas wrestled against you and then Noah. But, I think, I told Noah if he does it, I'll give him a shout out. But,
yeah.
we'll see what happens. I've been trying to keep up with high school more because What are the other podcasts? The wrestling changed my life, dude. Like he starts like interviewing like these Olympic champs and stuff. I'm like, if I can interview high school kids and get the same amount of views, I'll do it. So
yeah, definitely.
Like I remember the one guy I was talking to, like, and I just started freezing, like during the middle of the thing, and it was like the most awkward thing possible. But
yeah,
dude, like the nerves are real. Like everybody asked me to get Gable on here, and like I just physically could not do under that pressure.
Yeah, that would be. I mean, he's a big name.
Yeah,
that's something you gotta get ready for.
And like I guarantee you, everybody be roasting me because the podcast is terrible.
Yeah,
like I just genuinely can't deal with.
They wouldn't understand talking to Gable Stevenson.
What's it called? You're going into your senior year now, so you've already committed to a Big Ten, one of the best Big Ten schools. Number one in the country. You achieved that. You're looking for the number one pound for pound ranking. Whether you get there or you don't, that's not really up to you. But is there anything else you're looking for? Maybe possibly making a world team eventually?
Yeah, I mean, so this year I didn't get to go to juniors because it's the same weekend as national preps. Mm-hmm. But next year I'm going to be at junior trials 100%. Probably, I would say if I had to guess, I would say heavyweight. So, I mean, that's something I've been looking forward to for a while.
At juniors, you going heavyweight?
Yeah, that's if I had to guess, I'd say yeah, probably. So I'm gonna be lifting a lot, so we'll see.
But you could make the cut to like 97. That's not that much. Just like 213.
Yeah. If I'm still walking around like I am now, I'd probably just go 213. But if I get bigger, like why not?
I mean, you know who you're about to be wrestling at 97.
That's true.
Yeah. All right, Christian Carroll for you guys who are just watching this, but because I don't think Amos is eligible anymore.
Yeah.
But the heavyweight was stacked, man. Like it was like Hendrickson was like literally went 3 periods with Gable and he barely won that bracket.
Yeah. Hendrickson, I didn't know him before like this year, but he is freaking good. I mean, I was watching NCAAs. He's a hammer.
Yeah, like he knocked off Jordan Wood too.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, the way he did it was like, okay, like he threw him to his back and kind of just held him off, but he did what he had to do.
Yeah, I mean, he got the win. Yeah. He's tough.
Yeah, like, dude, like, how many guys can say like Gable got pissed off wrestling him because he couldn't score at will? Like, that. I'll be honest, that was pretty funny to see too. But
yeah, I mean, that doesn't happen to him a lot.
Like after watching what Gable did to Mason Parris at Big Ten, we kind of just assumed he was going to tech everybody.
Yeah, that was impressive.
Yeah. So, going into your senior year, obviously you're probably going to go at 220. I think that's just, you might be cutting a little bit of weight, I'm assuming, at that point, if you keep growing into it. But, yeah. So what are you kind of looking forward to, just like in general?
Yeah, I mean, I've still yet to win an Ironman title, so got to win one of those next year. Same with Escape the Rock. Never won one of those yet. I got to win one of those too.
You haven't won Escape the Rock?
No, last year I lost to Gage Garcia in the finals there last year.
Didn't PJ win it last year? Oh, that was in 95. You're right. Okay.
Yeah.
PJ won at 220, I'm pretty sure.
Yes, I think so. Yeah, but so I got one of those still. But I'm looking forward to just, going out there and just wrestling again. I mean, I missed it this year.
Yeah. Did you have like limited matches this year, or like how was it? Just like
I mean, it was literally we had Powerade was pretty much our only. We had the Powerade and like 2 smaller tournaments. We were pretty much our only tournaments this season.
Yeah.
Which sucks. Our schedule is usually just loaded with good matches.
Yeah. You guys aren't in the. I don't know how PA wrestling works, but you guys aren't in the Whippeal, right?
No, that's out the Pittsburgh area. Malcolm's out by Philly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you guys good enough to be in there, or like?
Yeah, I think we would do well. I think Malcolm.
I mean, I don't know exactly how it works, but like, again, we've seen it like over and over again. You can't really breed good heavyweights, so it's like, that's the one weight class that's always like different.
Yeah.
Because you have like the most guys going to like the most random schools too. It's just like, all right.
Yeah.
But, so I think as this episode starts to come to a close, we got the final question. You could pick one guy to wrestle. Who would it be? And why?
I'm not even live. I think if I could wrestle Braxton Amos, that would be the coolest thing, man. That's my one pick. I know he's not like a high schooler anymore, but still, I'd love to wrestle that guy.
All right. I think we got a name to Braxton Amos now to get him on. But, yeah, so I think I might have to post this now, too, and tag him. See what happens.
All right.
I probably won't,
that'd be fun.
Yeah, so, yeah. Any final questions? Yeah, I remember when I had my co-host, we used to ask, like, the most dumbass questions after this. This dude was like, if you bring 3 of your teammates into a zombie apocalypse, who would it be? And I was like, I don't even know what was going on. I would just be sitting there looking at my timer on my phone. It was the most awkward thing.
That's fun.
He just kind of, yeah. He might be back soon, I don't know. But, yeah, so we started to wrap this up. All right. Thank you for coming on. It was cool to talk to the number one guy in the country. And
thank you for having me, man.
Yeah, for sure, man. So this has been episode 83 of Late Night Shots, and we'll see you guys again next time.